there any teachers that'd like to make any comments tonight? Don't be afraid. Get right up there.
My name is Melissa Larego. I'm a fourth grade teacher at the AIS National School. I also live in Danbury. I was born here, raised here, and I am a proud member of not only the community, I'm sorry, I keep having my back as the teacher again, a proud member of not only the community, but as an elementary school teacher. Tax increase, I'm not interested in it either. However, I look at it as kind of a circle. If you take away the kids' education, parents aren't going to want to move into our community. Houses are not going to want to be sold. Excuse me. Therefore, our community base then starts to decline. Businesses, my father is a business owner, a small business owner in town. He's struggled, he's seen the best and the worst. He knows, we all know what cuts mean. My concern is for the kids, for the future of Danbury. Danbury has done completely right by me, and I want to see that brought forth to our students. And I think if you cut our budget anymore, you will be cutting into the classrooms because there's nothing else to cut. And in response to the custodians, I know that it's an extraordinary a lot of money to pay them. However, what they do is important. They clean, so we have healthy kids that stay in school. You have healthy teachers that come to school, so we're not calling out sick. And I think that is an important thing to take into consideration. So I beg and plead of you to please stick with the mayor's budget. It's slim, but we've done the best we can with it, and I hope you can appreciate what we do in the classroom and respect us enough. Thank you.
Are there anybody else that'd like to? Please stand.
Hi, my name is Maria Sartino, and I'm a world language teacher at AIS School. And I find it very disturbing that world language is not considered a priority in our country, where we are outsourcing our people. I call Hewlett Packard. I talk to someone from the Philippines who speaks perfect English. I talk to someone from Sri Lanka who speaks perfect English. If you call Sendit Mobility, their customer service reps are in Mexico and they speak perfect English. Okay, and there's a joke. What do you call a person who speaks 3 languages? Trilingual. What do you call a person who speaks 2 languages? Bilingual. What do you call a person who speaks 1 language? An American. And I think it's very sad that other countries are not only teaching their children 1 extra language, but now Europe's going into 2 extra languages. And to find that the countries that are not as industrialized as us are speaking 2 and 3 different languages makes me embarrassed. I'm sorry, I am. I'm embarrassed because to talk to people who have come and lived in shanties and they can speak 2 languages, and most of us who've grown up in these middle-class homes cannot speak 1. And it's a known fact. It's been investigated. You teach your children another language, it improves their English. I find myself many times teaching a world language and explaining to students what adjectives are, because they can't remember. So I'm not only teaching Spanish, I am teaching English, and I think every world language teacher will tell you the same. You're defining what nouns are, what adjectives are, what adverbs are, how to conjugate verbs. We apply and we make connections. We always make connections. That's part of the Connecticut standards and the federal standards. We have to make connections with the other subject matters. So I find it very disturbing to take away the right language. Not to mention that it is 4 children in Danbury, 4 three of them in college, and every one of them needed 3 years of world language to enter in college. Because my students were high, my children were high honor students. And every one of them who went to college needed 3 years of world language to study. If you take away from the 7th and 8th grade, you are inundating the 9th to 12th grade world language teachers. You're those children who finish and decide at the end of 7th or 8th grade, I take 2 years, I'm going to go to technical school, or I decided. Some colleges will accept 2 years, but most colleges.
Appreciate your comment, thank you. Is there anyone else that would like to speak?
Hi, my name is Kirsten Lang, and I teach at Bolton Magnet School on Ellsworth Avenue. And I'll start by speaking, I really understand the impact because I've had an unemployed husband for 18 months, so I truly understand. But I look at my own family, my kids come first. And I look at the school system, which we moved into Danbury because of it. And I worry. I have one daughter who's struggling. If she's in a class of 26 or 27, what's going to happen with her? I have another daughter who picks things up like this. I worry about her. How is a teacher ever going to be able to enrich my child when she has, or he, has 27 or 28 other kids to worry about? So, although I am a teacher, I am thinking from a parent's point of view to please really think about the budget. And I also want to thank the board and the cabinet for all part of it.
Thank you.
My name is Carmen Fernandez, and I teach all the kindergarten at Montgomery School. I've had the opportunity to teach kindergarten for 30 years. I've taught half-day programs, I've taught extended day programs, and all-day programs. And I've seen the benefits that an all-day program with a parent has on a student. I have 16 ELL students in my classroom right now, up 21. And I know what the parents do for us and the importance if they have on our education, our students' education. And I do feel that it will impact our competitive master test if you take an all-day program away and the parents and the importance that they have on our students. So I would please like you to consider this.
I didn't get your name, can you just give us your name again?
Carmen Fernandez.
And can everyone, Carmen?
Yes, Fernandez.
Fernandez. I want to get as many comments in as possible, so if you can kind of release it with the applause, that's helpful. You, sir?
So I'll try to make this as short as possible. When you ask me to speak for 5 minutes, I ask you to give me a week's notice. If you want me to speak all day, I'll start out right now.
We don't have all that.
I know. But it's not easy to speak shortly. But I will say this. My middle name is Churchill. And I'm asking for blood, sweat, and tears in a re-examination of this budget to keep the student count down as far as possible, less than it is now. That's what I want. I get $782 a month, and I'll give you another $5 a day if that'll help. I don't know whether that's a marginal income or not, but I think it's on the low end. Correct me if I'm wrong. I will give you blood, sweat, and tears. I'm a Churchill, and I believe in kids. And they should be given every opportunity that they can possibly give. That man and that man, amongst others, have come out in support of the kids, and I think they should be listened to. I just encourage you to listen to those two men as they fight for teachers in the classroom with fewer students per teacher. I should end it right there, I suppose.
Thank you very much.
I just want to say one thing, that also as a council, we cannot change any line item on this budget. We don't have that authority. So when you say that we can cut, electives or full-day kindergarten, that is not our purview to do so. That's the Board of Ed's job to do so. All we do is just give you that one lump sum, let you know what our job would be. So We don't tell them how to spend it, we just give them the total amount.
I'll take one last comment, please.
My name is Michelle Keenan, and I'm a parent. I have a child with teacher, and I have a child at AIS. And a couple things I will mention tonight, but it still seems to be moving, that's not really addressed special education. I heard that we had a $20,000 grant that was taken, I'm assuming, out of the budget because we got the grant. But I'm concerned about the fact that the population is growing, and kids with learning disabilities are also increasing. And when you're saying that we're going to be taking away math specialists and language arts specialists from Mill Ridge, and these students are going to be coming to Peach Street, I'm concerned about the resource space. I'm concerned about what support system is going to be there for the kids who are identified as special needs. And on top of that, we have kids that don't qualify for IEPs, who also have learning disabilities or learning challenges. And when we're talking about middle schools where they're not going to be offering arts or music, these children, a lot of these children are the creative in our society. If there's nothing there for them, what is going to be their incentive to go and attend school? We already have that problem. We already have the stop loss problem where the majority of the kids, I think it's something like 93%, or I mean, Dr. Glass was playing better than I or Joyce, but we have for truancy and for juvenile justice. These are the kids that are going into our prison system because we're not giving the support they need in the classroom. And just to add on to that too, I also think that parent involvement in Danbury has advantage. I am a product of the Danbury system. When I went to Broadview, it was way overcrowded. When I didn't go to Danbury High, I went to Immaculate, but at that time there was racial challenges at Danbury High School. There were riots. But at that time, we had all of these social challenges. But the biggest thing we did have was parent involvement. The parents were in the schools helping the teachers. And I just don't see that as an open option right now. We talk about it, but I just don't see it as effectively as I see it in one school and it's translated to another school district. There's too much disparity among the schools on that topic. And when we're talking about $27,000 for lunch support, when you have parents that would be willing to volunteer their time, that's $27,000 you can go back into the classroom. So besides looking at the budget issues, I'm asking for options that will be open and more transparency, more communication to parents. I haven't seen the actual line item budget to see where the money is going. So I challenge the Board of Education, get that information out to the parents so we can see exactly where the money is going. Because you all have come to us and said to us, come to a committee meeting and give us some of your ideas. Well, it's very difficult for people to come up with ideas if they don't have all the information they need. We're all very smart people, and I'm sure that we all can be very creative, but if we don't have the right information, we can't assist in the way that you're hoping that the parents are going to step up. So I just ask that, you think about the children who now, I understand that we have a STEAM team and we have results that we have to meet legally to meet our mandates, but we do have students that we need to keep engaged in our classroom. And we're cutting these programs. A lot of them also are, when we're talking about the foreign language program, we're going into a global economy. The whole purpose of magnet schools was to address the fact that we understand that the world is turning global with the advent of the information age. So why then, I ask, are we cutting foreign languages when that's going to be one of the biggest things we're going to need in order to be competitive in the market moving forward? When we're talking about home ec too, budgeting. Where are the kids going to learn how to budget?
Questions that you need to talk to your Board of Education.
And I would be there tomorrow, but I just want but I'm just saying though, in the budget though, and I understand, we're all looking, but everybody's got to give. And as a taxpayer, we have to give a little bit more. As long as we know where our money's going, and it's going to go towards education, I'll be willing to pay more on our